Welcome! In today's lesson, we'll explore how to determine the central ideas or information in a primary or secondary source. You'll also learn how to provide an accurate summary that reflects the source, separate from your own opinions or prior knowledge. This skill is important across the world as it helps us understand and interpret information, whether it's from historical texts, speeches, or news articles. Before we begin, let's define a few key terms. First, primary source. This is a document or physical object, created during the time under study. These can be diaries, speeches, or photographs. Next, secondary source. This is a source that interprets or analyzes primary sources, such as textbooks or academic articles. Lastly, the central idea is the main point the author wants you to understand. It's the key message or argument in the text. Let's start with an easy example. Here's an excerpt from a letter written by a traveler in the early 1800s. Today, we reached the desert. The journey has been long, and our supplies are running low, but the beauty of the landscape lifts our spirits. The central idea here is that, although the traveler faces challenges, the beauty of the desert keeps them motivated. A good summary might be: the traveler describes a difficult journey through the desert, but finds inspiration in the landscape. This summary sticks closely to the text without adding personal opinions. Now, let's try a medium-level example. Here's a passage from a secondary source about the global industrial revolution. The Industrial Revolution, which began in the late 18th century, transformed economies from being largely agrarian to industrial and urban. This shift led to significant social, economic, and environmental changes, including the rise of factories, urban migration, and an increase in global trade. The central idea here is that the Industrial Revolution brought about major transformations in how societies functioned. A strong summary could be: the passage explains how the Industrial Revolution changed societies, especially in terms of industry, population shifts, and global trade. Again, the summary is based purely on the information given in the source. Now, let's look at a more challenging example from a global leader. Here's an excerpt from one of Winston Churchill's speeches during World War II. We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, we shall never surrender. The central idea in this speech is Churchill's determination to resist and fight for the survival of the nation, no matter the circumstances. A good summary might be: Churchill declares his unwavering commitment to continue fighting against enemy forces, regardless of where the battles occur. This speech connects to a pivotal moment in global history, showing the power of leadership during crisis. Great work! Today, you've learned how to identify the central ideas in primary and secondary sources, and how to summarize them without inserting your own opinions. Here's a quick recap. Identify the main point or central idea the author is communicating. Make sure your summary is based solely on the text, not your own opinions or knowledge. Practice this skill with a variety of sources, from historical documents to modern speeches. Thank you for watching. Keep practicing, and you'll continue to improve your understanding of texts from around the world.